Hello fellow classmates. Today we are going to talk about the changes in which humans begin to cultivate lands and grow crops instead of hunting and gathering to sustain oneself, also known as the Neolithic Revolution.
Jacob, what's a hunter-gatherer?
Well, Daniel, a hunter-gatherer is a human in which hunts for animals and gathers fruits or nuts in order to sustain themselves.
Well, today we're going to talk about how humans in a time span of 15,000 years went from hunting animals to creating the wheel, to inventing some exotic dance moves that I don't really understand.
Beginning as early as 800 BCE, humans were part of a nomadic tribe that were constantly on the move. However, humans now started to head to the shores, where it was most likely to plant because of the rich and less of a possibility that an animal could eat you.
Back then, when people were hunter and gatherers, they had a lot more time to socialize with their neighbors and tell stories. They also liked to play games with each other. Well, not that type of games, but other games such as pointing animals in the stars. However, now that people began to cultivate crops and domesticate animals, they had no time for storytelling or rudely jumping on people with a basketball.
Many can argue that the beginning of agriculture can be the worst mistake in human history. However, it did have a lot of positive advantages of civilization. Not only were they unhealthier, but their bones were not as big and strong as the ones of hunters and gatherers.
Paleopathologists have analyzed from skeletons of hunters that their average height was 5'9" for men, while 5'4" for women. But with the adoption of agriculture, it made a man's average height to be 5'3", while 5 foot even for women. This was because of the lack of protein and malnutrition that they had.
Now let's go to the thought bubble. The main reason why humans were now decreasing in size was because of malnutrition from their diets. They went from hunting animals and gathering nuts and vegetables to eating cheap calories such as barley, rice, and maize. Just because they were not consuming more food doesn't mean that they were obtaining more calories and proteins. Their bodies needed to be strong. And because they depended on the crop so much, if there was a drought, it often resulted in extermination of civilizations that were barely starting to form. Now that humans have made the decision of adopting agriculture, it's a decision affecting us all today. Whether it was a good decision or a bad decision or a great decision, we have no idea, but we have to live with it. Best wishes, Jacob
And Daniel.